In this video, we explore Gabor Mate's 7 A's of Healing, a transformative framework that offers powerful insights into overcoming trauma and achieving emotional healing. Whether it's childhood wounds, societal pressures, or ongoing stress, this guide helps us navigate the journey of trauma recovery and build mental health resilience. These 7 principles provide a deeper understanding of trauma and the path to healing, allowing us to reconnect with our true selves and embrace a life of wholeness. In the realm of understanding human suffering and resilience, few figures stand as prominently as Gabor Mate. Renowned for his groundbreaking work on trauma and its lasting effects, Mate offers profound insights into how past experiences shape our present lives. His compassionate approach to healing has inspired countless individuals and professionals alike. Trauma, though deeply personal, is a universal phenomenon. It doesn't merely affect individuals. It ripples through families, communities, and even entire societies. Whether stemming from childhood neglect, loss, or societal injustices, trauma leaves an indelible mark, influencing how we think, feel, and connect with others. Its impact can manifest in mental health struggles, chronic illnesses, and behavioral patterns that seem insurmountable without a clear understanding of their root causes. This is where Gabor Mate's 7 A's of Healing come into focus, a transformative framework designed to guide individuals on their journey toward recovery and wholeness. These principles are not only a roadmap to personal healing, but also a lens through which we can cultivate empathy and understanding in a world often marked by disconnection. In this video, we'll delve into these 7 guiding principles, exploring their depth and significance in addressing trauma and fostering true healing. At the heart of Gabor Mate's approach to healing lies the transformative framework of the 7 A's. Each principle offers a guiding light, illuminating the path from trauma to wholeness. Let's explore these principles and their role in recovery. Awareness is the first step, a conscious acknowledgement of trauma's nature and its profound impact on our lives. Trauma isn't limited to dramatic events. It can stem from subtle, ongoing experiences such as neglect or emotional invalidation. By understanding the different types of trauma, physical, emotional, and psychological, we begin to see how it manifests in chronic stress, anxiety, depression, or physical health issues. Self-awareness helps us connect the dots, revealing how our past shapes our present and allowing us to take the first steps toward healing. With awareness comes acceptance, the courage to embrace reality without judgment. Acceptance invites us to acknowledge the presence of trauma and its consequences while letting go of self-blame. It's about understanding that healing is a journey, not a destination. This step also emphasizes the importance of self-compassion and forgiveness, both for ourselves and those who may have caused harm. Forgiveness, in this sense, is a tool for releasing the hold of the past, not a means to condone it. Anger, often misunderstood, is the third pillar in this framework. Mate emphasizes the importance of recognizing anger as a natural response to pain or violation. It serves as a boundary, signaling when our needs have been ignored or our dignity compromised. However, unprocessed anger can fester, turning inward as self-blame or outward as resentment. Learning to express anger constructively allows us to reclaim our voice and assert our worth. Next is autonomy, the ability to regain control over our lives. Trauma often leaves individuals feeling powerless, their choices dictated by past experiences or external expectations. Autonomy is about rediscovering agency, the power to make decisions aligned with our values and needs. It's a reminder that while we cannot change the past, we have the ability to shape our future. Attachment follows, addressing the fundamental need for connection. Trauma can disrupt our ability to form secure relationships, leaving us isolated or mistrustful. Healing requires cultivating healthy attachments, whether through supportive friendships, family bonds, or therapeutic relationships. These connections provide the safety and stability needed to heal and grow. Assertion, the 6th principle, builds on autonomy. It encourages us to advocate for ourselves, to communicate our needs and boundaries clearly. For many, trauma silences this ability, leaving them hesitant to speak up or prioritize their well-being. Assertion is not about confrontation. It's about honoring ourselves and fostering mutual respect in our relationships. Finally, affirmation ties the framework together. This step involves affirming our self-worth and recognizing the strengths we've cultivated through adversity. It's about celebrating progress, however small, and finding meaning in our experiences. Affirmation reminds us that healing is not just about addressing pain, but also about reclaiming joy and purpose. Each of these A's is a vital piece of the puzzle, offering a pathway to recovery that is as compassionate as it is empowering. Together, they form a roadmap for healing that not only addresses the wounds of the past, but also helps us build a future grounded in resilience and hope. What are the practical strategies for recovery with the 7 A's? While understanding the principles of healing is essential, applying them in daily life is where true transformation begins. Gabor Mate's 7 A's offer not only a framework for understanding trauma, but also practical strategies for recovery and growth. Action is the first step toward reclaiming our lives. Healing requires deliberate effort, whether through therapy, mindfulness, or journaling. Each action, no matter how small, represents a commitment to growth. Self-care becomes an essential practice, encompassing rest, nourishment, and boundary setting to protect our energy and well-being. Support groups and community connections also play a vital role, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles and offering a safe space for shared experiences and encouragement. Next comes adaptation, which involves learning to navigate the challenges that trauma brings. Trauma shapes our responses to stress, often leaving us reactive or overwhelmed. Building resilience requires cultivating coping mechanisms like meditation, exercise, or creative outlets that help us process emotions. It's equally important to approach ourselves with self-compassion, recognizing our limitations and celebrating progress, no matter how incremental. Attunement invites us to reconnect with our inner selves, often a daunting task after trauma. The impact of trauma on our identity can leave us feeling fragmented or disconnected. By tuning into our emotions and needs, we begin to rebuild that lost connection. Practices such as mindfulness, deep breathing, or reflective writing can help us cultivate self-awareness and self-acceptance. This attunement fosters an understanding of who we are beyond our pain, helping us align with our truest selves. Attachment highlights the critical role of secure relationships in the healing process. Trauma can damage our ability to form and maintain healthy attachments, often creating patterns of isolation or mistrust. Rebuilding these bonds starts with fostering connections that feel safe and supportive, whether through friendships, family, or therapy. Healthy attachments not only provide comfort, but also teach us to trust and rely on others as we heal. Anger, though often seen as negative, serves a vital purpose in recovery. It signals when boundaries have been crossed or when needs have been ignored. Learning to recognize and express anger constructively allows us to reclaim our voice and assert our worth. This step involves distinguishing between anger that empowers us and anger that traps us in cycles of resentment, ultimately channeling this emotion toward positive change. Authenticity empowers us to live in alignment with our true nature. Trauma often silences our voice, creating fear or shame around self-expression. Healing restores our ability to embrace who we are without fear of judgment. This step encourages us to find purpose, connect with our passions, and celebrate the individuality that makes us unique. Authenticity also means allowing our relationships and choices to reflect our values, creating a life that feels genuinely our own. Finally, we return to affirmation, a principle that reinforces the importance of recognizing and celebrating our worth. Recovery isn't linear, and setbacks are inevitable, but affirmation allows us to see progress even in the smallest victories. This step reminds us to honor our resilience, to affirm the strength we've developed, and to nurture the hope that healing brings. These practical strategies not only provide a path forward, but also empower us to transform our relationship with ourselves and others. Each A becomes a tool for rebuilding, not just coping, as we move from a place of survival to one of thriving. Gabor Mate's 7 A's of healing provide not only a comprehensive framework for understanding trauma, but also a roadmap for recovery. These principles, action, adaptation, attunement, attachment, anger, authenticity, and affirmation, are essential in guiding individuals through their healing journey. Each step empowers individuals to reclaim their lives, transform pain into strength, and rediscover their true selves. It's important to remember that healing from trauma is not only possible, but it is also a process of growth and renewal. Trauma doesn't have to define us, and hope is always present, even in the darkest moments. Recovery may be challenging, but with patience, compassion, and the support of others, it is achievable. For those who are on this path, there are numerous resources available to assist in the healing process, from therapy and support groups to online communities and educational tools. Seeking help is a sign of strength, and you don't have to go through this journey alone. Ultimately, the message here is one of empowerment and encouragement. Healing is a process, not a destination, and every step you take brings you closer to wholeness. Embrace your journey, celebrate your progress, and know that with each A, you are moving closer to a life of authenticity, peace, and healing. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.